I love the Karoo. I love the silence and the solitude, the wide open spaces, fresh air. I really feel at ease in the Karoo. And actually, I haven't been here for a while. The last time I actually came to the Karoo, I brought my friends Peter and Sharon to a place called Carnarvon. And now Peter and Sharon emigrated to New Zealand about 15 years ago. So about 4 or 5 years ago they came for a visit, and I decided to take them to Stuurmansfontein. Now the thing about Stuurmansfontein is it's a national monument because it's one of the last examples of a core-built house, and because it's a national monument, it's not allowed to improve the house, to have electricity, for instance, on the inside of the house. Well, there is no electricity, and also there's no running water inside the house. Their water system works like this. They've got a windmill at a little river down the hill with a pump, and then they pump the water up the little hill, where then with gravity the water comes down to a tap on the outside of the house. So if you want water, you must go to the outside of the house. And but the weekend we were there, there was no water because the windmill broke. So the farmer came to fix it, and he also brought big containers, big containers, 20 liters plus, of water that he put in the kitchen for us. And if we wanted water, we can then just use that water. So that evening, we had a braai, outside, of course, in a boma. And at some stage, the children excused themselves and went to bed. They told us they're tired. And then later on, Sharon also said, she's also tired and she wants to go to bed. So now it's only me and Pete, and we are chatting and looking at the stars and catching up with all the news. When at some stage he also decided he's going to bed. So now I'm the only person left there. And so Pete disappears into the house, and a few minutes later I hear there's a commotion in the kitchen. And I also hear it's Pete, and he's mumbling that he's struggling and he needs help. So now I go to the kitchen, and I find that Pete is there, and he's trying to pour water into a cup out of this big container. And because the big container, him on his own, he's now struggling to do that. So he's gesturing to me that he wants water. So now I've got the container, and I'm pouring water for him, and he's got the cup, and it wasn't even halfway poured when he just gulped it in and spit it out in the sink. And he gestured to me, more, and so I gave him more water, and then he gulped it and spit it in the, and it went on like that for a couple of minutes. And after a few minutes, now Pete is now swallowing the water and spitting it out, swallowing and spitting it out. And in the meantime, Sharon arrived in the kitchen. Now Pete gulps the water, and then he spits it out, and he gulps the water and he spits it out, and he gulps the water and he spits it out, and after a while he finds his voice, and he turned to Sharon and he said to Sharon that, you know, we're going to a place with no electricity, and then you put the Veet next to the toothpaste. Oh, yes, Pete. It's all Sharon's fault.